The sting in the flesh. The moment Ukrainian forces attack Snake Island to destroy Russian equipment at the strategic outpost, a dramatic new video shows Ukrainian forces attacking Snake Island to destroy Russian equipment remaining at the strategic outpost. Russian troops hastily left Snake Island on Thursday, just days after Ukrainian forces launched a devastating missile attack on the outpost in what they described as a goodwill gesture. Putin's remaining troops on the island fled in 2 speedboats in the middle of the night while the rocky headland came under fire after a new volley of missile attacks on the remaining Russian positions. The Ukrainian military said the Russians tried unsuccessfully to destroy their equipment left on the island to prevent it from falling into Ukrainian hands and being used against its creators. But in the end, the Ukrainian military had to take over this task. The sophisticated video, produced by the Ukrainian armed forces, begins with close-up shots of a Turkish Bayraktar TB2 drone, which has proved extremely effective in this war so far. High-resolution footage of Snake Island on the Black Sea horizon precedes footage of a military drone showing a Russian supply truck on a jetty. A white blur glides into the shot and annihilates the truck in a white flash, engulfing the jetty in flames. The drone strike on Bayraktar came after Ukrainian claims that Russia had dropped banned phosphorus bombs on the island after it left it this week. General Valery Zelensky, 48, said the Russians tried to destroy their equipment, weapons, and belongings on Snake Island. But as usual, they failed in this task. We helped the occupiers evacuate the remains of their garrison from our island for good. There is no trace left of the so-called Russian soul. Everything is becoming Ukraine. The term Russian soul has been used in literature in reference to the uniqueness of Russian national identity. The term is sometimes also referred to as Great Russian Soul, Mysterious Russian Soul, or Russian Spirit. The Ukrainian general claimed that the Russians dropped banned phosphorus bombs on the outpost after abandoning the Black Sea island. Zelensky said, the leadership of the armed forces of the Russian Federation does not even abide by its own statements declaring a gesture of goodwill in withdrawing from Snake Island. 2 Russian Su-30 aircraft twice flew airstrikes with phosphorus incendiary bombs on Snake Island, he said. At the time, the island was reportedly uninhabited. The island lies 80 miles off Ukraine's southern coast and was captured by Kremlin forces in the early days of the war, but in recent weeks has been shelled by Ukrainian forces in a major offensive using long-range weapons. The Russian Defense Ministry immediately tried to portray the withdrawal as a goodwill gesture to boost grain exports and confirmed the withdrawal of its troops. However, the withdrawal is a humiliating strategic blow for Putin in a war in which he has lost tens of thousands of soldiers and large amounts of military equipment. Despite its small size, the island is of great strategic importance, as its location allows the owner to control maritime activities in southern Ukraine, especially around the large port city of Odessa. The strategically important island has been disputed since the beginning of the 4-month war, when Ukrainian defenders told an approaching Russian warship to F off. The Russian cruiser, the Moskva, was later sunk by a Ukrainian missile attack, perhaps the greatest humiliation for Vladimir Putin in the war.